like Frank said, we're here to announce the 4 finalists. Well, not announced because it's been announced this morning. Correct. But they're going to get on stage, they're going to give the pitch, and whoever the winner is, they are going to be the nation's hottest showcasing startup. So, woo!
Woo! All right, guys, so how it's going to work is we have a panel of judges, and each startup will get 5 minutes to pitch, followed by 5 minutes of Q&A.
And if they go over
time, we have a cowbell to ring. So if you hear that
more cowbell.
You're done.
I'm good.
We'll kick you off stage. No,
yeah.
we won't.
We won't kick you off the stage, but we'll tell you to leave. And the winner, well, let me put this down. The winner will get $10,000 in cash, which is amazing. We should have come up with a startup and done this.
Yeah, basically.
They get American Airlines Business Extra Points. Actually, all of the startups do. The first, the number 1 winner will get 15,000 Business Extra Points. The second will get 10,000 business points. Third, 5,000, and fourth, 2,000. So that's amazing. The winner will also get Amazon Web Server credits as part of the prize. They'll get mentor session one-on-one with Dave and Cohen. And they'll get a chance to participate at OneVest Digital Demo Day coming up. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome. And tonight we have 7 judges, or is it just 6?
7.
Okay.
7 judges.
Awesome. So our judges are actually Lisa Besterman from Startup Buenos Aires.
Say hello, Lisa. Yeah.
Andy White from the Vegas Tech Fund. Woo. Eric Olson from Origin Ventures. Woo. Joel Trammell from Chorus.
Woo.
Gabe Karp from Detroit Venture Partners.
D-Town.
Sean Johnson from Startup Institute.
All right.
And Melissa Withers from Beta Spring. Thanks, guys.
Good job, Ronald. You really memorized that.
Got it memorized.
So our first startup is a Miami-based startup, Flat Out of Heels. So welcome, be nice. It's not easy to pitch. So come on out.
Am I up? Am my slides up? Ready? Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn Dixon, and I'm the founder and CEO of Flat Out of Heels. I'm based in Miami, Florida, and we launched in 2011. And you can find us on social media at Flat Out of Heels. Guys, by show of hands, how many times have you been out and heard a woman complain that her feet hurt? Raise your hand if her feet hurt. Okay? Ladies, how many times have you been out and your strap break, your heel break, or your feet hurt so bad that you just want to take off your shoes? Exactly. That's why I created Flat Out of Heels. 1 in 10 women wear high heels. 48% of women have experienced a high heel-related emergency, and 78% of women have walked barefoot because of high heels. And my slide's not there. Uh-oh. The slide went away. Well, I'll keep going. 78% of women have walked barefoot because of pain in high heels, and they just want to take them off. Awesome. There it is. 78% of women have walked barefoot because of the pain of high heels. So I created Flat Out of Heels because Flat Out of Heels are the most convenient way to relieve stiletto sore feet. Flat Out of Heels are rollable, portable, ballet flats that are compact enough to carry in your clutch purse and durable enough to wear every day. So when you're out like me, you're walking around in heels at Tech Cocktail all day and your feet hurt, you just take off your heels, stick them in this bag that comes with every purchase, because nobody wants to walk around and network with high heels in your hand. You definitely don't want to walk barefoot. You slip on your flat outs, throw your heels in the bag, like that, and you are off to your next destination. We have excellent margins. We're manufacturing in China for $2.20 a pair. We wholesale for $10 a pair, and we retail for $19.99 a pair. Flat Out of Heels are sold online at flatoutofheels.com. We're also sold in over 45 retailers internationally, and we're sold in vending machines in the Atlanta Airport Concourse E and in Club Live in Miami. Okay, so the slides are having a little bit of issues, but we're experiencing excellent traction. We've sold over 20,000 pairs of flat outs since we launched in May 2012. we have recently signed a partnership with Lauren Redinger of Shop.com. She's going to design her custom collection that launched this year and distributed through 300,000 of her global sales network. We've partnered with Fab.com, NoMoreRack.com, Shop.com, and LivingSocial.com to distribute our Flat Out of Heels. We have over 12 million reach on social media through all of our channels. Our primary marketing so far has been grassroots, word of mouth, and celebrity endorsements. Our vending machines are cashless and wireless, remote inventory monitored, what makes it the most convenient for women to purchase high heels when their feet hurt the most. Flat Out of Heels, we're the team to get it done because we know who our customer is, we know how to reach them, and we know what they want. We've done extensive research on women's footwear and also on our competitors to determine exactly what does a woman want when her feet hurt the most. Brandon has over 15 years of design experience, and he handles all of our branding, and he has experience in consumer products as well. Chris is our digital marketing manager. He's out there snatching customers from all over the internet, whether it be SEO, retargeting, Google AdWords, Facebook. He's just out there getting all of our customers for us. John is securing deals and closing independent distributors to sell flat outs and vending machines. Terry handles all of our customer service. And then we also have Mike, who designed and engineered the vending machines. Our team can get it done. We work together collectively. My team is what keeps me going. And of course, on those hard days when sometimes as an entrepreneur you feel like giving up, my customers are the ones that keep me motivated because they love Flat Out so much. Team Flat Out is our hashtag. They support us, they post us, they tweet us, and they're our #1 advocates. And if I quit, who's going to rescue women's feet all over the world? So that's what I'm here to do. Again, my name is Dawn Dixon. I'm the CEO of Flat Out of Heels, and I'm ready to answer any question that you may have about my business or my team.
Next, we have HIS Energy from Baltimore. Woo! Good luck, guys.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is my father, Dr. James Hubbard. I'm James Hubbard. I'm the Director of Operations for HIS Energy. He's the President and CEO of HIS Energy, and we are going to power the Internet of Things. Most of you heard this morning us talk about the Internet of Things from a smart home perspective. We're going to be taking it from more of an industrial perspective. So the Internet of Things is anything talking to anyone at any time. There's going to be sensors everywhere. These sensors are going to start to create smart cities. In smart cities, there's going to be smart streets and highways that will be able to give you in real-time street traffic patterns to your phone. There's going to be smart buildings. There's going to be smart parking lots. There's going to be smart bridges. You know, the bridge infrastructure in this country is horrible. With these sensors, a bridge is going to be able to tell you, look, guys, look, engineers, I need to be fixed or I'm about to fall down. There's also going to be smart power plants, which is our point of entry. There's hundreds of thousands of pumps, motors, and fans that all need to be monitored. But with all these sensors, you can't run wired power to thousands or even millions of sensors. Changing batteries is going to be a nightmare. So our solution to this problem is the Summer Cell. The Summer Cell can collect any form of energy from the environment simultaneously and use it to power sensors. So in this room, for instance, we could take the light from the ceilings, we could take the vibration from an air conditioner, we could take the heat from the room in general, and also radio frequencies from the cell phone signals around us and power the sensor. We are the only company that has the ability to harvest multiple forms of energy simultaneously, and that is due to our proprietary intelligent power management module. So an example customer would be Duke Electric. It's the biggest utility company in the world, in the country. They have 30,000 assets across their facility. They have 30,000 assets across their facility. They need to monitor all of them. So right now they're using battery power sensors, and they die every 12 to 18 months. There was a case study that showed that just to change one battery costs $500 because you got to think of the labor cost of going to find the sensor, getting in your truck, going out there to change it, and things like that. So you can think once a year they have to pay $500 per battery for 30,000 batteries. Our Summer Cell, you just put it on the motor, walk away, and it lasts for 20 years. Right now, we're talking to two companies. One is NASA and one is National Instruments. In the next 30 days, we're going to be starting a beta test at NASA Langley. They have 42,000 assets across their facilities, 8,000 they deem critical. And they have agreed to, after the beta test, if that's successful, promote our product to the other 11 NASA centers across the country. We're also talking to National Instruments, a large engineering firm. One of their customers is Duke Energy. They have agreed, after we fly down to Austin and they do due diligence on our product, to be resellers, to use their 1,500 salespeople worldwide to promote our product. Just one of their customers is Duke Energy, who I mentioned before has 30,000 assets. They have expressed to us a price point of $2,500 per box. So you can do 30,000 times 2,500 and see just one customer can be very lucrative. They also do oil and gas pipelines and wind turbines. The team is myself, my father, and our electrical engineer in Boston. This team together has 3 degrees from MIT, 24 patents, and over 65 years of experience in entrepreneurship and building products. We also have a strong advisory board, Jack Greenhalgh, who founded and sold a government contracting business for hundreds of millions of dollars. Steve Yoxie, who co-founded Pressure Systems. They make pressure sensors for wind tunnels and saturated the world market and then sold it. Also, Tom Flake, who is a serial entrepreneur and the director of Peninsula Technology Incubator. So we believe with this team, we're poised for success. Thank you.
So next up is Popular Pays from Chicago. Come on up.
Hey. We're Popular Pays. We're from Chicago, Illinois, and we launched this 14 months ago. The best way I can explain what it is with an example. So if you walk into a coffee shop in Chicago, Illinois, like Intelligentsia, they'll give you a cup of coffee in exchange for you posting about it to your 500 Instagram followers. So it's a small, simple transaction, a product for a post, but it's powerful because everyone wins. You, as a user, you get a free product. The business gets to reach your followers in a way that's much more organic than a paid or sponsored post that would show up intrusively on your newsfeed. And us as a company, we earn revenue based on how many impressions we deliver. We have those local deals in, we have 145 active venues in 10 cities now, but we actually earn most of our revenue from our large national deals, which kind of resemble clout. We mail products to our biggest influencers nationwide. This is what it might look like. So we did a campaign with Harry's Razor. They were launching their new collection of spring razors, and they put, say, 25 razors on our app. Influencers browsed the app, they tapped on it, they entered their address, and it was shipped to them. So Harry's Razor, they only had to fulfill an order, and we handled all the rest. We targeted to these male influencers that obviously didn't care too much about their facial hair. And then we delivered impressions to them at 1/10 of the cost that Instagram would have charged them. Seriously, so we charged a $3 CPM. Instagram charges a $30 CPM, which is one of the highest in the markets. And even more than that, if you want to buy ads from Instagram, there's a $500,000 minimum spend. So now we've opened up Instagram to businesses like Harry's who have a budget, but they can't choke up $50,000 or $500,000. We actually launched a third product too, which has taken off more than the first two. This is called paid gigs, and these are for people like Ben Parr that have 100,000 followers that he works so hard for or paid for. We show sponsored deals on our app, just like the local ones. But this way you see ones and you can opt in and list the price that you do it for. Brands love it because they have all this control. They can choose the brief and say when they need the photos, how many photos they want, and they can accept and deny influencers based on the price. So what we're really trying to do here, if you think about it, is build a peer-to-peer marketplace. We're connecting brands with influencers, and we're decentralizing advertising, just like how Airbnb decentralized hotels. It's the same unused capacity model. Ben has this audience, and he's not utilizing anyway, and we're connecting with the brand. So is it working? I updated these numbers this morning because that's when I made this presentation. And to show how it's going, these are the posts by our influencers. Last month alone, we delivered 6 million impressions. and we have about 9,500 influencers using it. But on average, each one of them can reach 7,000 followers on Instagram. And so if you think about the total reach, it's about 67 million, or 2/3 of the impressions that a Super Bowl ad delivers. But to us, this is much more important and real and authentic because of this. The times are changing. It's hard to see day to day, but our phones, they're the most important things in our lives. They've changed us on a really broad scale, and now we are all our own media channels, sharing content to our friends and our followers. And brands need to get on that screen if they want to stay relevant in the next 8 years. The ROI of social media is that they will be around in 8 years if they adapt to this change. So we give them a way to scale and to tap into all these mini media channels, a marketplace where they can connect with the right ones for them. We have the team that's able to build it. I have experience from Leo Burnett, the advertising agency, where I saw firsthand the waste of agencies. I once worked on a Super Bowl commercial for Allstate, those mayhem commercials. It cost $3 million, and they pulled it 3 days before the commercial aired. If you gave a startup $3 million, they might change the world. Our CTO, who wrote every line of code in our app, he was the author of Homebrew, which any one of you developers has used, because 35 million developers all over the world use his tool. His last 2 startups were bought by Twitter and CBS. They were TweetDeck and Last.fm. He was the lead developer for both. And our sales team is great too. We have a brand partnership guy who's the leading salesperson at Keep before he quit last week. And we also have a salesperson that grew departments from Groupon to 0 to 1.2 in revenue over a year, and then 0 to 3 million in revenue in 18 months at his next startup before it was acquired for 82 million. But for us, I mean, we have a team, but we also have the motivation. Advertising sucks. It sucks. There's nothing good about it. It's a frustrating thing that interjects into your life and just disrupts you. What we imagine is a system that actually shows you things that you care about, things that could make your life better. Advertising could be a system that is a force for good and propels good ideas and good products. And that's what we're trying to build. Thanks.
Our last startup is Waleteros from Miami.
Hi. Here we go. I'm Etienne. I'm co-founder of Waleteros. Waleteros is much better than the check cashing store. Es mucho mejor que una tienda de cheques. We are based in Venture Hive in Miami, and we are going to launch next month. In the US, 60 million of consumers are unbanked or underbanked. 25 million of them are Hispanics, and they spend an average of $400 per year in a check cashing store. We are addressing a $10 billion market opportunity. Let me introduce you to Luis. He's from Honduras. He moved to Miami 5 years ago. He's a hard worker. He has no bank account. He does have a smartphone, like 60% of the Hispanics in the US, and he has a Latin mindset. This is very, very important, and you will understand why. Every 2 weeks, he has to go to a check cashing store. There, he can cash his payroll check, pay his utility bills, and send money abroad. But it's quite a pain to him. He has to go over there on Fridays, line up in a queue for hours. Then you have to pay very high fees. Could you imagine to spend up to 5% of your income just for managing your money? And it's very unsafe. He has no place to keep his money safe. He has to go always everywhere with all his money with him. So the question is, why does he keep going to the check cashing store then? For mainly 2 reasons. First, because the US banking system doesn't give him a good solution adapted to his needs. And the other reason is because he has an established relationship and trust with the check cashing store teller. They know each other, they trust each other. And it's why at Waleteros, we have designed a solution adapted to the needs of Luis. It's an app linked to a prepaid card, MasterCard, and it's more convenient, cheaper, and safer than the check cashing store. Because you can track your transactions, you can load a check, you take a picture of your check, and after 5 minutes, we put the money right away into your card. And then you can pay your bills, and you can send money anytime, anywhere. But we miss something. We miss the relationship and trust thing, because it's so important to Luis. He's not going to move to Waleteros just because he sees an ad on TV or on a newspaper. He's going to do that because he's going to go to a place where he has already an established relationship and trust built with someone. And those guys are independent cell phone dealers. And they are ready to do it with us to enroll their own customers on a commission basis. And there are 80,000 independent cell phone dealers in the US. And guess what? We have already 5,000 guys ready to enroll their own customers. And if we look at our competitors, you can see that there are well, we don't see it, but there are plenty of players for the banked population on the top of the chart, and on the bottom line of the chart, it's for the unbanked population. And for the unbanked, there are mainly check cashing stores. And we are going to challenge them, and we are going to replace them with, for instance, our pricing. We charge only 1.75% for a check, when the check cashing store charges 2 to 10%. We charge nothing for the bill payment, and a check cashing store charges $2, and sending money for 75 cents anywhere, anytime, thanks to Waleteros, instead of $5. Of course, if you don't use Waleteros, it's free. You pay only if you use. There is no sign-up fees. There is no maintenance fees. The card is free. The app is free. You pay only if you use it. Why am I so sure that we can do that? Because we have an amazing team of guys that we know what we are doing, because we have done this before already in South America with a great success. And we are ready to repeat that success here in the US, thanks to the expertise of the other guys we have. One is an expert in US media company. The other is a former owner of 20 check cashing stores, and by the way, former CFO of Open English in Miami. And we are going to adapt that expertise to the US market, thanks to 3 strategic partners. FIS for the risk management and the clearing of the checks, Cachet for the mobile check capture, and First View for the card management program. It's fully 100% compliant certified, which is obviously very important. And thanks to this, and thanks to the help to the investors, we are already on board. We are going to help millions of US Hispanics to better manage their money and to improve their life. I'm Etienne Girard, co-founder de Waleteros. Muchas gracias.